Thank you, everyone, for joining this overview of your EBSCO databases for academic research for New Jersey State Library. My name is Shayna, and I am a senior customer training specialist with EBSCO. I actually am a neighbor of yours. I live in the New York area, and I've got a background in education. But I've been working in ed technology for SaaS companies since 2005. And I support our EBSCO clients in North America, including New Jersey State Library. Very happy to be presenting today. We're going to cover the new EBSCO host interface and all the databases that you can use to conduct academic research. We'll be exploring the EBSCO host interface with those popular academic databases, including Academic Search Premier, Business Source Elite, ERIC Health Source, Masterfile Elite, Newspaper Source, and the Small Business Source. I'll be conducting a few basic and advanced searches. We'll be locating key journals and articles. We'll refine our search results using the limiters and expanders and facets available to you. We'll explore all the full text viewing options and employ those great tools that we have built into our interface. We'll also conduct subject search and thesaurus search, and we'll show you where you can get additional information regarding these resources at our support site, which is EBSCO Connect, and that URL is connect.ebsco.com. Our host, Michael Mazikian, has placed in the chat a little note to all of you towards the end of the session. Please check your chat for the survey to submit at the end of this session. We want to make sure that we're providing adequate training for you, and we're definitely interested in your feedback. So Michael has placed that in the chat. And we are recording today's session for any of your colleagues who are not able to attend. So feel free to either enter your questions in the chat or unmute yourself to ask a question or a comment or a request live. We've got a small enough group that we can accommodate either. All right, so those are our objectives today regarding the new EBSCO host interface and the wonderful academic databases available. If you have not visited EBSCO host in a while, you may be surprised to learn that we have updated the interface. All of our EBSCO interfaces have been updated. We've got new UIs that are in direct response to years of customer enhancement requests regarding the improvement of the user research experience. We have updated it with a modern web design. We've improved the product navigation and the architecture to enable better compliance for accessibility and the internationalization of our products. We are continuing to improve EBSCO host, so the majority of the functionality is live, and you'll see that demonstrated today. But there are additional updates to come, features to come, and we have a publicly accessible product roadmap, or platform roadmap, really, that will plot the new features to come. You can take a look at that timeline. Anyone can. It's publicly accessible, and that is available on our support site at connect.ebsco.com. No need to worry for you. All of these improvements are going to happen seamlessly. Little to no work on your end is required. Actually, no work is required on your end, as New Jersey State Library has already adopted the new user interface. So let's talk about some of the goals of the new user interface before we dive into the demo. We've updated it, of course, with a modern UI. It does meet accessibility guidelines. We're working towards WCAG 2.1 AA compliance. It's responsively designed. It does give you the ability to customize, as you always have with the EBSCO administrative interface. And you'll find common designs that are unique, or not unique, but are consistent across websites you're familiar with interacting with. And of course, we have incorporated customer feedback from the classic user interface, and we are open to hearing your feedback on the new user interface as well. So some of those accessibility features, we really did design the new user interface with an accessibility forward approach. It wasn't an afterthought. So some of those features you'll enjoy include a responsive user interface, transcripts for videos, a simplified design to reduce cognitive load, quick filters for a more accessible experience. You'll see screen reader navigation. You'll see descriptive text for images and non-text elements, accessible full text formats, as well as text-to-speech. We've improved our read speaker technology, and we've included the ability to download the audio into an MP3 file. You'll see new UI viewers, whether you're viewing the full text as an HTML or PDF or EPUB for ebooks. There'll be consistency across these viewers and consistent sharing tools as well. We have improved our citations and records management tools, improved format currency, new RIS format, as well as new and expanded formats to support Microsoft Word, for instance, PDF, CSV, BibTeX, Mark 21, and XML. And in terms of globalization, our platform supports 33 languages. And as I mentioned, we've improved our text-to-speech, the read speaker technology for HTML. It's also now available for PDF, so we'll take a look at that. And we have just released our improved publication authority browse. We'll conduct a publication search to demonstrate these features in a little bit. And a new improved resource or tool available in the new user interface is sticky filters. So this may have been a sticking point for you before in Classic, where your active filters did not stay across your searches. They now can, or by default, will be sticky. They will stay between any changes as you conduct search. So you can see in the upper right corner of the screenshot here, there's a little lock icon. So it's set by default to keep your filters active as you change your searches. You can unclick that to remove filters between searches, but the default is to keep it. So that's another improvement in the new user interface. And there are more improvements, so I'll leave those for the live demo we're getting ready to dive into now. Just want to remind anyone who is new to our session, thanks for joining. We are recording this session. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the chat or unmute yourselves. I'm going to exit out of this presentation and I'm going to dive right in. We only have about 40 minutes of our session today. So I'll start on the New Jersey State Library Jersey Click site. Now, I do understand that many of your individual libraries have direct links to EBSCO resources on your library's website, but this is one way in which you can access it on the NJSL you'll see here, access under the research library, access to electronic resources and databases here. As we scroll down, you will also see a listing of your EBSCO databases. But if you want to access the EBSCO host interface to access more than one of these databases, on the databases tab, scrolling down alphabetically, you'll see the link to EBSCO host, which highlights some of those databases to which you subscribe. All right. So that is set up for on-site access, of course, automatically authenticated if you're on-site, or remote access requiring a library card. Instructions are there. Make sure your institution has the most recent version of EBSCO host. That's what we're going to be demonstrating today. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I bypassed your authentication and kind of went through the back door to get through to the New Jersey State Library's version of EBSCO host. And this is the new EBSCO host interface. We conducted a session going over a lot of this back in February. Not sure if any of you were able to attend that, but I can cover some of those features for the new EBSCO host interface as I demonstrate conducting some basic and advanced searches here. So, of course, you'll see some of those accessibility features like a reduced cognitive load. So we've got a simpler interface, less content on the screen to keep it less busy. You'll see in the center of the screen, of course, you can always enter a keyword search in that search box. You have an opportunity to access advanced search right below that keyword basic search box. You can, of course, choose the databases to which you want to search right above that basic search box. If you click all databases here, these are all the databases that New Jersey State Library has enabled individual library patrons or students to conduct research. You can select one or multiple or all. I'm going to go ahead and select a few that are popular for academic research. I'll include Academic Search Premier, of course. We'll include Business Source Elite, Green File. I'll go ahead and also include Master File Elite, Newspaper Source. I can choose many more, but we'll go ahead and stick with these. When you select too many, it may slow the response time down. So I'll just stick with the 5 that I have here and click Select. And we can see now that I'm searching Academic Search Premier and 4 additional. What we have done with the new interface is pull out some of the most popular filters. We have labeled them quick filters here, so it quickly allows you to limit your keyword search to online full text, peer-reviewed, or a quick time filter if you want to limit your search results to those published within the last 12 months or 5 years or 10 years, you can. These are your quick filters. There are more once you execute your search, but these are the most popular ones. So maybe what I'll do is quickly limit to online full text prior to executing my search. Over on the left side of the screen, you'll see the dashboard. Now, the dashboard is going to keep track of your work for the session that you're in, i.e., as long as you don't close this browser, shut down, or log out, it will keep track of any resources you save, any searches you conduct, any resources you view. The new search link under Research Tools will bring you back to this landing page and clear your search. Now, we are going to dive into conducting a search. What I'll do is start with something popular like ChatGPT. And this is a basic keyword search. I'm going to go ahead and click the search bar to execute it. And that's going to bring us to our search results. We've got over 5,200 search results. Remember, limited to online full text. Now that we are on our search results page, we see additional quick filters available to us. So the full text, peer-reviewed, and time filters are available. We also see the ability to limit by source type. So maybe if I'm only interested in magazine articles or academic journals, I could select those. I can multi-select and then click Apply. But if I wanted to access all of my filters, I can click this All Filters tab, which will open up our listing of all filters available, filters and facets that I can refine my search results set. Remember, we have 5,200 search results. I don't want to go through that many search results to find relevant articles. So maybe what I can do here is employ some of those filters. So we see that the online full text has already been selected, and notice how that lock icon is going to keep my filters sticky between searches. Let's take a look at some of the additional filters. So date range. Not only do we have the quick filters for past 12 months, 5 years, or 10 years, I can enter a custom range here as well. I'm just going to stick with the past 12 months since ChatGPT is a relatively new topic. I can take a look at the different databases. If I'm interested only in articles available within Newspaper Source or Master File Elite, I can choose those. I can take a look at the source types, additional source types here. Maybe I am only interested in magazine articles and academic journals. I'll go ahead and select those two. As we scroll down, we have other options. I can take a look at the subject thesaurus terms or the subject headings for author supplied keywords. So maybe within ChatGPT, maybe I'm interested in artificial intelligence or language models or chatbots. Notice the hit counts represented in each subject thesaurus term, indicating how many resources from our search results set pertain to this subject thesaurus term. We've got the author supplied keywords as well. So maybe I'm interested in generative artificial intelligence. There are 71 articles related to that, or machine learning. Go ahead and close those. Additional options here include Lexile range. So maybe I'm interested in identifying the appropriate reading complexity for my students. This is academic research, so hopefully most of our academic students don't need easier Lexile ranges, but if there is someone who may be learning English for the first time, new English reader, you may want to identify lower reading complexity. The lower the number, the easier to read. And if you have some, younger students who are interested in these kinds of topics, this gives you the ability to identify appropriate reading complexity for those articles. We can also take a look at the publications. Here, if I'm interested in articles pertaining to ChatGPT in the Daily Telegraph or in Forbes, I have the opportunity to choose the different publications. These are all a function of my search results set, remember. Let's go ahead. Beyond that, we have additional facets. We can take a look at ChatGPT as it pertains to different companies like Microsoft or Apple. We have language limiters, geography limiters, industry limiters. Any of the options I choose, I can then apply. Let's take a look at what I've chosen so far. At the top of my panel here, it keeps track of my active filters. So I've chosen magazines, academic journals, limiting to full text and articles published within the past 12 months. Go ahead and apply those filters, and it will update my search results accordingly, bringing me down to just 1,400 search results. So let's take a look at some of these search results now. One thing that hasn't changed is the default is to sort our search results by relevance. But if I wanted to change that sort to list the articles published within the most recent or the newest articles first or the oldest, I can choose that. But I'll stick with relevance. And as we scroll through our search results, we can see some important information provided for each search result. Prior to diving into the full text, we can see the title. My keyword is highlighted wherever it appears in the title or the abstract. We know that this particular article happens to be a peer-reviewed academic journal, or from an academic journal, peer-reviewed academic journal, I should say. We have 2 lines of the abstract, the subject headings, 2 lines of that, and we can see that there is more. We see the publishing information, the authors, and we see that this was published in the Journal of Advertising. The date listed here, September 2023. We can view the full detailed record on the View Details link, and we can also access the full text under Access Options here. We have 2 options here for online full text as well as PDF, 2 full text options. All right, so additional resources here over to the right. If I'm interested in this article, prior to viewing the full text, I can choose to save it. Now it does pop open a little gray box here letting me know that if I want to save this resource beyond my session, I would need to be signed into my EBSCO to save those, as long as New Jersey State Library has a subscription, or forever, hopefully. We have these 3 dots here as well, where I can quickly cite this resource, add it to a subject folder or a project folder. We can access sharing tools, and we can download. So prior to accessing the full text, I do have the ability to do a lot of things. Let's go ahead and take a look at the View Details link for the detailed record for this particular article. I'll click View Details, and it will bring me to the detailed record that provides even more information. I still have my access options here at the top and the ability to download. But scrolling down, I see the full abstract. So on the search results page, just to reduce the cognitive load, only 2 lines of the abstract are presented. If I want to review the full abstract, the summary, prior to accessing the full text, I can here. Okay? And some additional information is provided, like the ISSN number or the accession number. Let's go back to the results list. And I'm going to pause here and see if we have any questions before I move on to accessing the full text. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to start with online full text, also known as HTML. We'll click that, and it will load. We're taking a look at the full text of this article, stripped of any formatting or imagery, and it's just delivering the text, also an accessibility feature. We can scroll through this article. Notice that the table of contents is open, so I can jump to a different chapter within the article or paragraph. We can close the table of contents here to bring that into the center of our screen. Notice at the top of the screen in the upper right corner, we have a number of tools available to us. The first one is the ability to download this article for offline use. We have this world icon that gives me the ability to translate this article in one of more than 30 languages with the language options depicted here, okay? We'll close that translation tool and we'll move over to the table of contents, which we saw earlier that it opened to automatically. Next is the text-to-speech, the read speaker technology with that headphone icon. That's going to load our read speaker. And let me scroll back up to the top of the page. And notice we have an improved read speaker with the ability to play, fast forward, and rewind, control the volume, the playback speed. We can enable or disable the automatic scrolling. There goes that download MP3 option. And we can control the text highlighting, the word color or the sentence color. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this technology now.
ChatGPT, AI advertising, and advertising research and education since ChatGPT was released on November 30, 2022.
Okay, so I just paused. Hopefully you heard that. And if you did not, please let me know because I'm using headphones. I'm not sure if that translated through my headphones. If someone could let me know, and if it did not translate, then I'll take my headphones out. A thumbs up or anything in the chat would be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you did hear that. But you also saw that oh, there we go. Let's see in the chat. Okay, great. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Ingrid. All right, so you notice that the text highlighting was in play. You can change that or disable it altogether. So that's your text to speech. I'm going to close that out now. I've already saved this article, so that flag icon is already shaded, but I can go ahead and click save again, and I get that notice again. We also have the ability to access our citation tool. So we can select one of 9 different citation formats depicted here. We'll choose MLA 9th edition, for instance, and there goes your citation, which you can then copy to your clipboard and paste into your research. You can also export using bibliographic management software using a citation tool of your choice. You can export to RIS format, EasyBib, RefWorks, EndNote, and Noodle tools. And then we can close that just to demonstrate the different citation features. The little folder icon allows you to add your article to a project folder. That is a function of being signed into my EBSCO. You can create a subfolder to organize your content. Let's say you are taking a class in advertising and you want to save this article to your advertising folder, then you could create a project folder for advertising to save this article to. That is required. Well, that is only a function of being signed into your personal My EBSCO account. So we'll close that. Well, second to last is the share tool, that little swooshy arrow. So we'll go ahead and open that up. And here go your cloud options to share with your Google Drive, OneDrive. You can also access the persistent link or permalink here. Another major improvement to the new user interface for EBSCOhost is that the persistent link is here as with the paperclip icon, but it is also available now in your browser URL. So that is no longer a session link, it is a persistent link. So if you want to share this article, you can just grab that URL in your browser and share it the same way you would by copying the persistent link. Okay. Last thing on this share tool, we are on the share tab, but there is also an email tab. If you want to email the article as a PDF or online full text as an attachment, you just include the email address that you want it to go to and click send. Anyone you send it to would, of course, need to authenticate in the same way you did through your New Jersey State Library resources. We'll go ahead and close that share. And last but not least is print, but we won't demonstrate that. All right, so let's go back. And I'm going to quickly show you the PDF version of that same article, and we'll access those tools or see the differences in the tools available. So let's take a look at the PDF. So this is the same article now published or delivered in the way in which it was published, complete with formatting and any imagery. So now we're taking a look at the same article. Similar tools, some things that are unique include the search within, which is coming soon. So the icon's here, but the functionality does not yet exist. This gives you the ability to conduct keyword search within a PDF. The text-to-speech feature is a little simpler tool here, But just as powerful, you can control the play, fast forward, and rewind is on a scroll bar. You can control the volume, the playback speed, and then the downloading of the MP3 audio file is available for you. The only thing that's missing on this PDF read speaker is the ability to control the text highlighting and such, but powerful enough for the PDF version. We've already saved the item. That's the same. Citation is the same. Project folder is the same. And sharing tools as well as printing are the same. All right, so those are your PDF options. Any questions about basic search and using the filters available to you to limit your search results? Now, what I'm going to do is dive into, actually, so let's see, we have okay, thank you, Alyssa, no questions? All right, no problem. I'm going to dive into advanced search now. We're going to pick up with the ChatGPT and just click advanced search in the lower portion of that search box. And that brings me to the advanced search screen, which is a guided style multiple search box option. It does carry my term over into that first search box. And we see that my filters are sticky. So what my online full text past 12 months are still available. We'll see the additional filters that are sticky once we execute our search. But guided style search boxes allows you to enter multiple terms, utilizing Boolean operators, and to include or to expand, not to exclude your term. You can also qualify your keywords with a citation field code. So maybe I'm interested in ChatGPT in the abstract of a resource, so I'll choose that. I'm going to add another term here, ethics. I'm going to combine ChatGPT and ethics, so I'll keep that Boolean operator as is. And maybe the field code that I'd like to use for ethics is in the subject terms of an article, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and execute this search. Click that search box. And that's going to bring me to just 13 results. So notice how utilizing the advanced search screen helps you quickly refine your search results down to a more manageable, more relevant search result set. So now we've got 13 articles. I can go through some of these and save them as I scroll through the titles, take a look at the quick abstract. If I want to get more, I can view the detailed record there. I'll just save a few. And that's pretty much advanced search. Let's see. Any questions regarding that advanced search page? I'll show you here that the sticky filters are intact. So I'll click the All Filters button there, and you'll see that those have remained. If I wanted to disable them, I would just click that lock icon and select Remove, but we'll keep the filters between searches. All right, if I needed to revert out of anything, I can go ahead and deselect any of these active filters and then update my search results by applying. But we'll stay here. All right, so if there are no questions, I'm going to move on to the other search options available for academic search on the new EBSCO host interface. Let me clear my search. I'm going to actually click the new search link here under Research Tools. And that's going to bring me back to my basic search screen, clearing my search. And I'm going to move on to another search option called publication search. So everything we did so far was to conduct a keyword search for articles. But if you're interested in doing a search for publications at the title level, you can conduct a publication search on the advanced search screen. So we'll go ahead and click advanced search. And below that multiple search box option here, next to the filter tab, you'll see a publications tab. So we'll go ahead and click publication search. And that brings us to our publication search, where we can select a database to search. And we'll stick with Academic Search Premier. I can enter a keyword for a publication title here, and then click the magnifying glass. We can conduct that search alphabetically by matching any words or by subject and description. I'll stick with an alphabetical search. We also have the A to Z listing for all of the publications, and those publications are listed down here. So there are many within each of these databases. So you'll probably want to enter a keyword search or at least search through the alphabetical listing here. I know that I'm interested in the Congressional Digest publication. So I'm going to just type in congressional. And I will go ahead and execute my search. Since I'm looking alphabetically, I'll execute that. And here go my hits: Congressional Digest, Congressional Quarterly Weekly Report, Congressional Resolution on the Defense of Formosa. I will go ahead and click Congressional Digest. That's the one I'm looking for. It lets me know that it is available in PDF form. This is also a hyperlink, so I'll go ahead and click Congressional Digest to get more details. And this is the publication details page for Congressional Digest. We see that we have the ISSN number, publisher information. It lets me know that I have access to full text from 1921 to the present. I can go to the publisher's URL if I want. I can see the frequency of publication for the year and the subject terms. So on the right, we can access all issues and articles dating back to 1921, as it said that we had full text access through. If I want to review the latest Congressional Digest issue, I can click the year 2024 and it will expose the different issues. So we have an issue for April 2024. If I'm interested in viewing all articles for that issue, I can go ahead and just click that, and it's going to execute a search for all articles published within the Congressional Digest for April 2024. And so now I'm taking a look at each of those articles. I can review each of them in PDF format. And there we go. All right, so that's a quick way to access the most recent articles for the most recent issue for your publication of choice. Let me go back. Let me see if we can go back there. Actually, I'm going to go back to research, advanced search. We'll go back on publication search. Let me enter another one here. We'll clear our search. And this time what I'll do is choose another. Maybe I'll choose master file. And now maybe I'm searching for Time magazine. I'll go ahead and execute that search. And we'll scroll through time.com, Time Digital. There goes Time magazine. It is available as a PDF as well as an HTML. We'll go ahead and click the Time magazine publication details page. In addition to accessing all issues and articles, viewing all the information over here regarding the publisher and the full text availability from 1923 to the present, I also have the ability to click that Time magazine and search, do a keyword search within this magazine. All right, so not only can I view all issues and articles, I can also conduct a search within Time magazine. So maybe I am interested in any articles written about artificial intelligence in Time magazine. We'll go ahead and execute that search. And here we go, 393 search results. And there goes the search that was built, the journal Time magazine and artificial intelligence, bringing me to my search results page. And you'll see that these are all published in Time magazine, okay? So those are your publication search options. Let me pause here and see if there are any questions regarding publication search. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear my search again. And this time what I want to do is conduct a subject search. So we've conducted keyword search at the article level, publication search at the title level. Now we can take a look at subject search. Next to the publications tab on the advanced search screen, you will see the subjects tab. So if I click subjects, this gives you the ability to conduct a search based on subject terms. So the idea here is that we're looking at the subject terms that are indexed for the databases that you select. It's going to be a more relevant search result set if you look or conduct a search based on subject headings as opposed to a keyword. So we can choose a different database here. Maybe I am going to go ahead and choose the green file, green thesaurus. Since my search is concerning the environment, I'm going to use the green thesaurus, okay? So I'm going to search for renewable energy, okay, in the green thesaurus. I'll go ahead and we see that the default is term begins with renewable energy, but I could change this to relevancy ranked. I'll stick with term begins with and execute my search here. And below, you'll see that I don't see anything specific to renewable energy alone, but we see some common subject headings: renewable energy costs, renewable energy industry. Let's scroll down. I'm actually interested in renewable energy sources, okay? So I have two options here. I can click renewable energy sources, but we also notice that there's another tick box here, which is an explode tick box. If I am interested in learning more about what that is, I'm going to go ahead and click renewable energy sources. It is a hyperlink, and it's going to bring me to the preferred term, which is renewable energy sources, the broader terms, which include natural resources, power resources, and renewable natural resources. And then the narrower terms, so subterms within renewable energy sources, include biomass, cold fusion, solar energy, water power, wind power. If I were to explode the preferred term, that would include all narrower terms in my search, okay? You can see the explode narrower terms is actually defined here in this little question mark here. So that basically searches your main term and all subheadings beneath the main heading, which are all the narrower terms here. Now, I don't want to include all of these renewable energy sources in my search. Maybe I'm only interested in solar energy as it relates to renewable energy sources, okay? So I will go ahead and join those terms or with my Boolean operator and I'll click add to search. And so we see how my search is built with those subject headings, solar energy and renewable energy sources. And then I can go ahead and execute my search. Bringing me to my search results page. Now, since I cleared my search, my filters are no longer sticky, all right? So this is where I can now add some. So I'll go ahead and add online full text. Maybe I'm only interested in peer-reviewed. Maybe I'm only interested in articles published within the past 5 years. And we'll go ahead and apply. And that brings me to 98 search results. So many options for conducting academic research. I'm going to go ahead and clear my search to bring us home just to level set. You can conduct a basic keyword search. You can conduct an advanced search using the guided style search boxes, qualifying your search with field codes and using Boolean operators. You can conduct a publication search, the title level, and a subject search. We have done a lot today. I'm going to go and take a look at the dashboard over here. Remember, this keeps track of everything I've done for my session. So we can take a look in the overview page or jump into anything I've saved, searched, or viewed. I'll go to the overview page, which is a nice summary. And it does explain why you might want to create an account, but it shows that I have saved 4 resources. They are listed here. I can click into them again. I can see all 4 by clicking the See All link. I have conducted 11 searches today. It's going to show the first 2, but I can click See All to see more. And I have viewed 5 articles. Okay, the first 2 are listed here. I can click See All. I did view this one article, which I didn't save, so I can go ahead and save it right here on my dashboard. All right, so that is your dashboard. If you wanted to sign in, you can click the sign in link. If you were not on the My Dashboard and you're back on this landing page, there is a My EBSCO link in the upper right corner which once again explains the benefits of creating a personal account and gives you a link to create an account or to sign in if you have an existing account. All completely optional. Otherwise, for your session, your work will be saved once you exit or close down or shut down, then that would go away. All right, any questions? We've got about 5 minutes left in our session today. I do want to cover the roadmap on our support site and show you where you can get extra help. I'll anticipate any questions in the chat. While I do wait for that, I'll go to our Connect site. Very easy URL to remember. It's connect.ebsco.com. And we can enter anything here in the How Can We Help section. So if you are interested in learning more about the new EBSCO host, you can just type new EBSCO host. Some suggestions will be presented to you. We've got some quick start guides, frequently asked questions, but if I just click execute, it's going to bring me to my knowledge base of all articles and resources, including videos and promotional materials that relate to EBSCO host. Okay, so we can see a tutorial here, a video here, and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and click back to the home page for Connect and show you where you can access our platform roadmap. It's very easy to access. It's under the news section. You'll see platform roadmap, and this is going to bring you to an interactive map. So if you want to learn what is on the roadmap, on our timeline for releases to come, this is the best way to do it. You'll want to filter by product because all of our platforms, all of our interfaces are updating. So we'll maybe limit it to EBSCO host, right? But you can see the other user interfaces that we can select. And then below that, we'll go to status, and I want to see what's coming soon. Okay, we have other filters here for release date and category, but we'll just stick with those two filters. And then we can see that those filters have been selected, and we are only seeing the roadmap features to come. So we'll see a full abstract from results list coming in July 2024, advanced search enhancements coming in July 2024, search history improvements coming in 2025, improvements for search modes and expanders, and so forth. So great resource. You don't need to have a Connect account to view the platform roadmap. It is publicly accessible. And once again, that is on the connect.ebsco.com site. All right. So that does it for my overview. I'm going to remind you that Michael has placed the survey in the chat. I'm going to repost that for everyone in case you did not get it. And we do encourage your feedback for today's session. So if you have any questions, now is your time to ask. We've got about 2 minutes left in our session today. If there's anything you'd like me to demonstrate, if there is an area that you want me to spend a little bit more time on, please let me know now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If anyone wants to ask a question offline, just stick around. And if not, you can go ahead and log off now. I do appreciate your time and attention. Hopefully, I have successfully demonstrated using the new EBSCO host interface to conduct academic research with those academic databases that you have become accustomed to. Yes, Raji, you will get a recording of this. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that recording, and we will be sharing that. I'll be sharing that recording out with all registrants. I'll also be sharing the recording with Michael, who may be posting it elsewhere. But if you registered and I have your email address, you will get to the recording. All right, so thank you for your time and attention, everybody. Bye-bye now.